Welcome back to FM Storey. We're about halfway through the season now, of season 13 of the Save. We're in remarkable and a lot of competition. We've already won the Super Cup, Super Tacker. We're in the semi-final of Tacker Portugal against Porto. We've made it through to the round of 16 by qualifying in the top 8 of the Champions League. And we're currently top of the table and won 16 games out of 16 in the league. We've got a 13-point lead over Benfica, but we've got 2 games to hand on them. So hopefully in this episode we can really push on, get a good performance in the first leg of the Tax Portugal semi-final, have all the league almost wrapped up, and hopefully we can progress towards retaining the Champions League title as well. So without further ado, to get into the action. We've made it to the end of March, so we've got a couple of big games coming up. Against Porto in the Tax Portugal, the first leg, and again away at Benfica in the league. We are practically almost guaranteed to win the title. We are 17 points clear of Benfica. They can only get a maximum of 24 points, and for that they would have to beat us in that next league game. So things are going pretty well, and have been since the end of the last episode. We have dropped some points in the league though since then, because at that point we had won 16 out of 16. We've drawn a couple of games since the end of the last episode. We started with a 4-1 victory away at Estrella Amadora. Pretty comfortable. We were 3-0 up. They pulled a goal back through one of our former players, and we ended up running out 4-1 victors. We then were at home to Storey Guimarães, who are currently sat third in the table, and put in a pretty decent performance. We got 3 goals in less than 10 minutes midway through the first half, just to really take control of the game. Ran out 4-0 victors. We then went away to B-Sad and weren't great in the first half. We did miss a penalty in the first half as well. Somehow, despite having 18 for finishing, 19 for composure, and 18 for penalties, Kylian Mbappe's managed to miss 2 or 3 penalties in a row this run of games. We did take a lead through Raul Rafael, and then an own goal, and then Kamara with a powerful header at the back post, 3-0 up. They got a consolation goal, but in a really decent performance in the second half, not very good in the first half. We then went away to Porto, and the first game where we dropped points in the league. We got off to a great start with an early goal through Yun Suzuki. Kylian Mbappe managed to miss another penalty. That was in the second half after they'd scored 2 goals towards the end of the first half to go 2-1 up. Luckily, Raul Rafael popped up the bench again with another second half goal, and we came away with a 2-2 draw. We were then at home to Paco Pereira. Not the best performance in the first half, but we did go in 1-0 up at half time. This time it was Maurice Goosens who missed a penalty. And then we were a lot better in the second half, especially once they had a play sent off. We ran out 5-0 victors. We were at home to Gondomar next. Again, not great in the first half. We did take a lead about halfway through the first half. They pulled a goal back to go in 1-1 at half time. But in the second half, we were much better. 3 unanswered goals for the 4-1 victory. We then went away to Estoril. Started pretty well. We were 3-1 up at half time. Milos Bortic ended with a hat trick. We did end up with a play sent off, and this time Milos Bortic missed a penalty for us. So I'm hoping that none of the cup competitions we've got left come down to a penalty shootout, because we're not in the best of form at them. We then opened up March with a home victory over Famalicão, 4-0. Again, not massively brilliant in the first half, but turned it on in the second half to come away with the 4-0 victory. We then followed that up with a trip to Villarreal, around 16 in the Champions League, and basically played them off the park. Braces for Maurice Goosens and Kylian Mbappe. Unfortunately, Milos Bortic picked up an injury, which is going to keep him out for most of the rest of the season. We then went away to Torrent in the league, and thankfully we scored a penalty, because otherwise we would have ended up losing this game. Came away with a 1-1 draw. Not the best performance. And we need to be much better for the run-in. The home leg against Villarreal, not much happened in the first half. Victor Hurdy scored 2 in the second half for a comfortable 2-0 victory and a 6-0 aggregate victory. And then in the most recent league game, we played Rio Ave and hammered them. Kylian Mbappe ended 5. Cesar Hernandez picked a goal, and Vitor Hurdy picked up 2 as well. Unfortunately, in this game, we lost Dragan Simovic. He's going to be out for 6 weeks as well, so probably most of the rest of the season as well. But we're in such a strong position in the league, and obviously we've got the Champions League coming up, and we don't yet know who we've got in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. And as far as the league's concerned, obviously, as we saw, we played 26, won 24, drawn 2, lost none, goal difference of plus 92, and we beat Benfica. We've almost wrapped up the title. I think if we beat Benfica, we might only need another point from then on to secure the title. So hopefully we can put in a performance in the Taça Portugal against Porto, and then follow that up with a victory against Benfica. There's always a chance Benfica are playing Famalicão today as well, that if Famalicão can pick up some points, we might even be able to secure the title with that game against Benfica. But we'll get the Porto game out of the way first, and then we'll see where we're at for the Benfica game. This is the team we've picked for the game against Porto. Pretty much as strong a team as we can pick. Midfield wise, we are missing Placencia, who's been injured, not ready to come back. Simovic, who is injured. We're going with Ferreira, who's just first called up for the full Portugal squad alongside Raul Rafael. With Botic being injured, we've thrown Vitor Hurdy through the middle, and he's been outstanding. Hopefully, we can put in a decent performance for him, get a good advantage from the first leg, and then a good go into the next league game against Benfica. Mbappe with a free kick, headed clear as far as Ferreira. He is back, and all about what a lovely ball into Goosens now, though. Somehow the keeper managed to turn that over. Right, Hernandez chased out to the right, keeper into Suzuki with space to go move into. Back to Martin. Goosens into Hurdy. Suzuki coming off the right. What a goal. Lovely bit of interplay there. Martinez plays it into Ferreira. Onto Rafael. Goosens. Hurdy. One touch to Suzuki. Takes a touch. And then just lifts it past the keeper into the far corner. That's 1-0 up in the first leg. Hernandez throw. They've cleared it box. Martinez. Davies into Mbappe. Rafael back to Mbappe. And he fires it right across the face of goal. There's no one coming in. Halfway between a cross and a shot. And make a game where we batter them and still somehow throw it away. Salsini with a good stop there to turn the free kick behind for a corner. Mbappe with a free kick. Header was looped up into the air and then powered over the bar from our player. Half time, 1-0 up. It should be so much more. I mean, the only shot they've had is that free kick. Just hope we don't come to regret these chances missed in the first. They've gone long, straight through to our goal. We've gone long again, looking at Hurdy. Eventually comes to Alphonso Davies, who goes over the top looking for Mbappe. Tries to pull it back to Goosens. The referee looks like he's given a penalty there. It looked more like a coming together than an upending, but penalty awarded, and Mbappe is going to step up. He scored 2 in the last game. Hopefully that's the penalty to do over. But no. He lifts it into the box. Suzuki rises highest at the back post, heads it in, and that's 2-0. And thankfully a bit more daylight, as long as it stays this way going into the second leg. Just lifted it up to the back post. Suzuki got in front of the defender. The keeper really should be doing better than with that header. But there it is. The home leg. I mean, really, we should have 3 or 4 more. Hopefully, we don't regret some of those. That penalty that we missed. But a strong going into the second leg. And now the focus can turn into Benfica. That if we win the title. And really, is there a better way to win the title than to go away to your biggest rivals and win it at their ground? So hopefully we can put in a performance and take chances a bit better than we did in that last game against Porto. So here we are. This is the team we've sent out. We've gone with the centre-half pairing of Benavides and Bastioli just to give players a bit of a rest. Placencia's able to play for 75 minutes apparently, so he's come back into that defensive midfield role alongside Raul Rafael. And we're going with the same front four that went start that last game. Thankfully, they didn't make much of that. Looked like he was clean through if he'd taken control of it. Salsinho goes long. Goossens down to Suzuki into Mbappe. Goossens into the box. Hurdy. What happened there? Please tell me you did go too early. No, been given. Suzuki into Mbappe. Back to Goossens. Rise the challenge. Squares it. Hurdy arriving at the back post. You have a few players struggling. Nice. But half time we're going in 1-0 up. We've restricted them to 1 shot in the game so far. And as it stands, we're going to end the day winning the title Benfica's ground. Which would be interesting because normally in FM23, what I've seen so far, you get the title presentation as soon as you've won it. So I can only imagine what would happen if we had the title presentation in Benfica's ground in real life. But I think we may be hanging on to the end of this game. Bastioli, wide Suzuki, brings it forward well, looks for Hurdy on the left, keeping the ball well. Bastioli's Benavides into Placencia. Fernandez got Akers on this right hand side, puts inside though. Well, what a decision. Looked like it was the wrong decision because he was running right into the traffic. But he's arrowed a shot into that bottom corner to put us 2-0 up. And surely the title party can start to get underway here. Puts inside brilliantly, just fires it in off the inside of the post, gave the keeper no chance. That's 2-0. And there we have it. 2-0 victors. We've won the title. And we're getting presented with the trophy on Benfica's ground. And for some reason, the whole crowd has stayed to watch it. And there we go. Trophy lifted, confetti cannon firing off. All their fans are still there. I'm surprised we haven't had a riot. And there we have it. Couldn't have come with a much better way of ending this episode. We've won the title on our biggest rival's home ground and then forced them to sit there and watch us hold the trophy up. Obviously, there's still a lot to play for this season. We've got Champions League, where we've been drawn against Inter Milan in the quarterfinals. We've only beaten them once out of the 6 times we've played so far in the safe, so this might be a bit of a difficult tie. And then we've got the second leg of the Taça Portugal semi-final, where we go in with a 2-goal advantage over Porto. So hopefully we can make another final there. Hopefully we can continue on in the Champions League. Join us next time to find out how we get on. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.